Hey y'all, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game, The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, for our final episode of this playthrough. We're at the boss door, and as you can see, Link has been outfitted with a Hylian shield once more. It felt wrong not to have it. Since I have 100 Skulltulas and infinite money, I basically went back to Kakariko, bought a sword, stimulated local economy, got another blue potion, another fairy, and of course I have, you know, money. I filled up my wallet again, because why not? So there's nothing stopping us from going through the boss door, except there's nothing in here. Just pots. And the central pillar kinda just goes to the top of the room. Doesn't look like it has a purpose. There is a purpose to this room. I'd really recommend you do not mess with these pots. You won't need the heals. You will get healed before the fight with Ganon starts. Just leave them alone for later. Let's run up the stairs, enjoy this music. Nice of him to roll out the red carpet for us. And there is the true boss door, so deep breath, let's go. The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect that they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me.
Link, I can't help you. Because of the ways of darkness, I can't get close. I'm sorry, Link.
Great King of Evil Ganondorf. Alright, to start, he's gonna hit that central platform and make all the blocks around it fall to the ground. This will give us access to the pots down below that I told you guys to ignore, but some of his attacks will continue to knock out these blocks on the side, so I would really recommend you just stay in one or two corners. And to start, the first part of this fight is Ganon Tennis. So I hope you didn't forget the timing from Phantom Ganon. Once he gets hit, shoot him with an arrow, and you will actually be able to do damage to him. I'd recommend you pull out the Bighorn Sword and the Hover Boots. Alright, that's a solid start. If you do fall down to the bottom platform, or the floor below us, don't worry about it. He will not attack you down there. You can just take the time to get some supplies and then move back up here. Also, only the Master Sword and a bottle can reflect the ball back at him. If you use the Mirror Shield, you can block it, but that will not reflect it. Okay, I thought I missed that entirely. This is going very well, actually. if you are very good at this game, there are some tricks that you can use. Really good speedrunners will never leave that center platform. They'll just know when to fall down the side of the platform and when to not, when to climb up and attack. And like some fun things you can do, you can swing a bottle and reflect it back at him. But let's do this traditionally. Haha, you thought you do not have much time to hit him, as you can see. I'm really actually kind of lucking out. Ha! Alright. I may have to shield this one or take the hit. I'm actually kind of really surprised how well this is going. There we go. Alright, I knew I had to take a hit at some point during this fight. Yeah, laugh all you want. I love... Oh, when he does this, shoot him with a light arrow as fast as you can. It will immediately stun him again. And if you don't, he'll send out electric beams that you cannot reflect and you can only avoid. But once you get to that point, once he starts charging that attack, you're nearly done with him. The great evil King Ganondorf, beaten by this kid? Link.
Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the gods, and... Link, listen to me! This tower will collapse soon! With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please, follow me.
So, you've got 3 minutes to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm going to leave the Biggoron sword on, but I'm going to, of course, put on my normal boots. If I can scroll down. There we go. 3 minutes to escape, and there's going to be rubble falling around. Zelda will run fairly quickly, but she will wait for you at predestined points, so you kind of want to stay close to her, because only she can get you out of here. These bars that we saw on the way up, she's the only way we can open them on the way down. Interesting thing about that scene where Ganon coughs up blood, in the first version of the game, and I think I actually had a copy of this, I'd have to plug it in to check, the blood was red, but in later versions, and the 3DS, and obviously this version, it's green for censorship purposes. So you can actually tell the version of which Zelda you have based on what color Ganon's blood is. And of course, there's a few other differences. But the blood is the most obvious indicator. It's kind of interesting that they started with red blood, and then later on they're like, ooh, that's too violent for American audiences. We need to change that to green, so now it's more like he throws up bile of some sort. Really, getting down here is not hard. For the most part. I mean, Ouch! Good thing I've got iframes.
We got a ton of health. We took one hit during the whole Ganon fight,
But it's only at this point where you're gonna see any resistance. Oh, of course, it's Stalfos. I kind of want to see if the light arrow will one-shot them. It's kind of hard when my thumbstick doesn't want to cooperate. Oh no, it stuns him. I swear! I swear! When I played this game years ago, the light arrow... Oops, that's the wrong button. The light arrow one-shot things and then just stun them. Alright, there we go. You're free of the fire.
Thank you, Link. Now let's hurry.
She gives you a little bit of health. Nice to top us off. And I wasted more time playing with my light arrows than it really took to fight that fight. That's pretty much the only resistance, if I remember right. It's just some Stalfos. Now it's just a matter of getting out of here. Oh yeah, if you look like she's falling, or you're falling, or you take a hit, she'll like,
oh no! Link, you're suffering because of me!
And, you know, she's right. But I will take these hits just to move out of here faster. Why not? Alright, finally at the base of the tower. Yeah, come on, come on. Don't stand there and gasp for me. Come here. We gotta move. I can take these hits. Don't worry about it. I've only lost one heart from all that. Just because... Oh, redeads! Ah, redeads! Get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me! Fuck you, redeads. I don't have time to deal with you. Man, I got chain stunned. That was bad. Come on, don't wait for me. Let's go, woman. You're gonna get us all killed. And we out.
I swear that in my version of the game you heard all three portions of the tower collapse. There are three of those thud sounds. I wonder if that's also something that's different. It's over. It's finally over. Link, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. What is that sound?
I'm sure it's nothing, but I'll just go investigate myself. You stay here. What could go wrong? Ganon.
There's no way he's gonna hold me back again. This time, we fight together.
Alright, no Master Sword, so you have two choices here. You can use the Megaton Hammer, or if you got the Biggoron Sword, clearly you're gonna equip this. Let's see what you have to say.
Ganon, I really have no idea what his weak point is.
You can stun him with the light arrow and then attack his tail. That's pretty much the rhythm here. That's why Navi is necessary for Z targeting, because you actually have to target him this time. Or you can just... You can roll between his legs if you're quite good and just hit his tail directly. The great thing is Navi will lock onto his face while you're facing him and lock onto his tail as you move around. It's really good Z targeting. Other than that, keeping an eye on your magic, your placement, and your healing, there's not much to this fight. He will destroy, if you need supplies, he will destroy some of the rubble. There's arrows, there's magic, and there's health if you need it. But we came in here with tons of supplies. So, you know... Oh, fairies! Thanks for the free fairies. Of course, we're not going to be able to make... Now, you also can pop back here, right, as I'm ready to pull out a light arrow. We're not going to be able to make use of the rest of them. They're going to disappear. But we got a full health refill. That's all we needed. I mean, this fight, not really all that difficult. It's fun. It's a good final boss fight. But it's not hard. It'd be harder if you had to worry more about him blocking the light arrows. Now it's just like, okay, how long is this? How many hits do I need to give him? Oh, just one more.
Link, the Master Sword is here. Hurry up.
Alright, and here is where exactly? Over there. Pretty sure you could take your time to get here, but we will hurry.
Use the Master Sword. Destroy Ganon with the Sacred Sword.
Could you, like, refill my magic or something? Okay, never mind. Alright, from now on, we're going to be using the Master Sword. I'm not even sure the Biggoron Sword still does damage. I mean, it probably does, but we were told to use the Master Sword. We're going to use the Master Sword. I really actually wish I just had regular magic pots. I mean, I could get them to maybe destroy some of the architecture, but let's just pop a blue potion. I mean, it doesn't change besides that we just need to knock him down again. That does mean that we're going to be relying mostly on jump attacks to do the same amount of damage that we did with the Biggoron Sword. Oh, hey, he actually blocked one. Good for you, Ganon. Ow. Oh. Thank you for your concern, Zelda. And there we go.
I'm using my power to hold the evil king. You use your sword and deliver the final blow.
Bye.
Six sages, now!
Ancient creators of Hyrule. Now, open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm. You. Curse you. Zelda. Curse you, sages. Curse you, Link. Someday, when this seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand.
Thank you, Link. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world. For a time. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. Now it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the Door of Time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Link, give the Ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now, go home, Link. Regain your lost time. Home, where you are supposed to be. The way you are supposed to be. Thank you, Link. Goodbye. And that is The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. Now, canonically, this is where the timeline of The Legend of Zelda splits into three. By sending Link back into time, Zelda creates three separate timelines. One in which Link is victorious and returns to his state as a child, one in which he dies, and another, if I'm not wrong, in which as a child he retains his memories of everything that happens and prevents Ganon from ever coming to power. These three timelines basically constitute the whole Zelda canon as laid out in Hyrule Historia. As a child, in the third timeline, Link will go to Princess Zelda, inform her of Ganon's plans that will go to the king, and Ganon will be exiled. At that point, Link will go to Majora's Mask. As far as the death and the victory timelines, I'm not for sure which timeline follows the death timeline. I know that the victory timeline leads into A Link to the Past. We are basically living all the events that were told in A Link to the Past. So, they did their best to make a timeline. It's a little bit confusing, but overall, it's quite interesting to read. And if you have a chance to get Hyrule Historia, especially now that it's on ebook, on Kindle and Apple and Google Books, I'd definitely recommend it. Overall, this is a really good game. Many people will tell you this is their favorite Zelda game. It sold like gangbusters when it came out on the Nintendo 64. And a lot of many people from the Nintendo 64 generation will look back at this one and say either this or Majora's Mask were their favorites. And you can't really complain too much about it. You know, some of that is it's their first Zelda game, of course it's what they're exposed to, but it's still a really good game, which is why it keeps getting remade. I would not say that this is my favorite Zelda game, clearly, because I think I've been on the record that my favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask. Honestly, I kind of burned myself out on this for years after I played it as a teenager. This is the first time in years that I have gone back and played this from start to finish. And I gotta say, I'm really happy that I did. This is a great game to start my 35 years of Zelda special with, and I'm really happy that I chose it. Of course, we're going to be doing another Zelda game, and another one after that. And yeah, there's many things in here that I didn't really show off that I had originally planned to, but overall, I am really pleased with this playthrough. I think I did really well. I enjoyed pretty much every minute of it. Gotta stay there for the Malin solo. I'm happy with some of the challenges that I did that I never originally did as a child. I'm glad I finally got to have those done, and this feels like I've finally experienced everything this game has to offer. And I'm glad you guys were here with me. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. As always, I appreciate it. And make sure to stay tuned as we go on to our next Zelda game. For now, we're calling it a playthrough here. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.